Ah, ah,
Hey.
ah,
What's
ah.
up, world? It's your boy, Pastor Lee B.
And it's your boy Terrence Wolfgang Baldwin.
Yeah, and we here for another episode of Off the Cuff on the Block. When I tell you that song is a vibe, you hear me? I was like this for a
Yeah,
while, and I was like, I
yeah,
don't want to look ghetto when it come on, so let me go and stop that.
right. You remind me of Carlton Hume. I am Carlton Banks when he do the imitation of the pastors dancing.
uh, Look, man, we had an amazing time with Eric Nettles and Ashlyn Nettles this past Sunday, man. Oh my God.
Man, I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. Eric Nettles, whenever he does these type of sets, the decor is going to be off the chains. He switched up the format this time. He started with gospel. Like
Uh-huh.
whenever you start a program with Jaleesa McRae,
Yeah.
it's going to be a problem. You
It's
know what
it's
I
gonna be
mean?
a problem. Doc, and she sung
Yeah,
to him, and she sung to
yeah.
him slowly. I said, "Oh my
Flat-footed.
Lord, oh my
Did
Lord."
she have? Did she have shoes on?
I don't know, Reverend. I
I
would
think she was
I
barefoot.
read my eyes was watering.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know what was happening.
yeah, dog. It was a
Nah, but it
vibe.
was an amazing show, man. You sang your face off. I got through my missed words, but we
Man,
really
please,
had a
Lee,
great
Lee.
time, bro.
On stand, I thought they had you at the bridge. Like it was a miscommunication, bro. The way you maneuvered through that thing and landed right back on both feet, like
Well,
that was cool, bro. That was
we're
cool.
we're trained. We're trained. We've been
Right.
doing it for a long time, and so some folk will call us the unks or the
Yeah.
OGs.
Yeah.
But you like an unk to me. So if I'm an OG, what that make you a OOG?
Yeah. Couple
Okay, all
O's.
right.
Well, no,
But,
let me
yeah,
have
but
two G's instead of O's. OGG.
OG to the second power.
Yes, sir.
I like it, man. But so me and you have been a part and have had the privilege to be, a part of so many great things happening in the city of Montgomery. We're so grateful not just to be a part of this city and its history, but to have the opportunity on off the cuff on the block to bring more, I guess, exposure to some of the great things that are happening in our city. And I heard today we have a very, very special guest. That's what I heard.
Yes, man. I have so many of her albums.
Uh-huh.
Have look, put some likes on the screen. Have you ever heard of The Battle Is Not Yours?
Come on in the
It's the
room.
Lord's.
Come on in the
Uh,
room. Huh?
anybody heard of
But
Alone in a Room?
uh-huh.
It's just me and you.
I think that's an
Yeah,
R&B song for real.
you're right. Boy, that thing come on after 10:30. You have to get up and change the radio. Never mind. We messing up this episode. Look, we, from the Family Guidance Center, we have a very special guest today. Want to talk about some things that's going on in our community. Please welcome to the panel, Miss Yolanda Adams.
Yay. There we go.
So, what you singing first? What you
No, I'm
singing
not
first?
singing anything. I would say, are you the Yolanda Adams? Yes, I'm the Yolanda Adams, but not that Yolanda Adams. So yes, I sing well in the shower, in the car when the radio's up loud. And I'm like,
Right.
yes, I got it. And I turn it down. I'm like, ooh, stop. Don't do it.
So how often
So
have you gotten that though?
All the time. All the time. As soon as
Right.
they say, now I heard that name before. Are you? Yeah, no. If I had some of Yolanda Adams' money, it would be a whole different thing.
Right.
But I'm not
So
there yet.
I've just learned that there's a difference between the Yolanda Adams and that Yolanda Adams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She's the one that
And so
sings and does all that stuff. This one works at Family Guidance Center.
right. And that's pretty powerful in this area, might I add, because I was a long-term fan of Dr. White, who retired recently. He was there, you say 35 years of service?
34 years. 34
years.
Yes.
Okay, but he was a very special person and really cared for the community. And you followed him up, right? Taking it to the next level.
I did. Dr. White was here for 34 years. I think when he started, he had 7 employees. By the time he finished, he had, 250 employees, and now we're at 390 employees. So, he definitely set the tone and, really ensured that, we provided quality service and things like that in the community. He's done an excellent job, and a hard act to follow. Just let me just say.
So they had to go a long way. They brought you in from Arizona?
Yes, Mesa, Arizona. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
Yes.
I ain't even gonna ask you, where is that?
Well, it is just outside of Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody knows where Phoenix is, Phoenix Suns, all that stuff. So just outside of Phoenix. Mm-hmm.
So you excited about your Arizona Wildcats in the Final Four?
Let me just show y'all. Yes.
Oh, wow. Well,
Wildcats.
Because they didn't play Bryce James, Michigan is going to, do they see Michigan first? Or?
Yes, Michigan. And we played at Michigan, I think, in a couple
Thursday
of days.
Or Friday.
Yeah,
well,
Thursday or Friday.
Well, y'all going to take an L on that day.
Oh, no, not at all. Michigan, they look pretty good, but I don't think they can handle what Arizona has to bring, between the bigs and, Koa, Koa, he's the guy. So
you sound like you know some basketball.
Yes, she does.
Hey, that's called years of my own kids playing basketball over the years. Had a son that played at AUM, a son that played at Troy, and then transferred to Jacksonville State, played a little overseas. So basketball, me personally, I don't play because I can't dribble, but they always play. So yeah.
Well, you've been here 15 years. That's long enough. Can I hear you say "Roll Tide"?
No, sir.
Roll Tide. Ain't nothing but the tide.
No, we'll say "bear down." How about that?
Oh, wow.
Bear down.
And
the thing is, my husband's an Auburn fan. So, my house, my boys, they're Alabama, and my husband's Auburn. Yeah, wow. It goes down in the house.
Can I ask you to bring your husband to church? I need to lay hands on him. I want him to be a winner and not a loser.
Oh, don't do him.
Wow. Have either of the schools played Arizona since y'all been here?
You know what? I missed it. Actually, Alabama played Arizona this year, and they played in Birmingham, and no one, I didn't know. I missed it.
Yeah, how much money we give them? Because we know y'all probably ain't got no football over there.
Who? Yeah, you're right. we are strictly a basketball program. We've done years. Lute Olson was back in the day, and so we are a basketball school. Absolutely.
So let's talk about Family Guidance Center of Alabama. I believe it was founded around 1959.
Good job. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so y'all are not new to this, right? You're true to it. Tell us, what all does Family Guidance, what kind of resources and what all do you do?
Okay, so listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a short and skinny, just because Family Guidance Center does so much. We would be here all night just talking about the great services that this agency provides. I will start with, the program is kind of divided into family services and early care and education. Mm-hmm. So on our family services side, we have a coaching for excellence program. It services all 67 counties. One thing I'll say is that everybody needs a cheerleader in their life, somebody to get them excited about going to work, enrolling in college or school, getting employed, whatever your goal is, getting credentialed. That's what the case managers are going to do. They're going to cheer you on and get you excited about your next steps. We have a fatherhood program. That's where I started. I started in fatherhood. I was the program director over fatherhood for probably 11 years. When I say I love that program, it's very unique. There's not a lot of programs out here for fathers. Moms, guess what? We know what to do. If something goes down, we're going to find a way to make it happen. But for dads, a lot of times, they feel like the system is against them. They go to DHR. Sometimes it's more women driven. And so one of the things we wanted to do is show dads how important they are to their children's lives, and understanding that, hey, you know what? You need to be there. How can you support them? How can you be involved? Fatherhood program is an excellent program funded through DHR, as well as the coaching program. We have a family service center. So if somebody needs different things, from writing a resume, doing some job searching, the computer classes, they offer, food, emergency food services, diapers. you can go to a family service center and you don't have, there's no requirements. You know, some of the other programs like fatherhood, you have to have children under the age of 18. But for the family service center, you could just walk in and say, hey, I need help. And they will help you. So we have a family service center in Montgomery, Birmingham, and Lowndes County. So we have 3 family service centers. Let me think of all the different programs. We have a program for young adults, 16 to 24. If they're trying to get their high school diploma, GED, we help them with that. We do a homeschool program. And then, you know, because we know that some of the young adults, sometimes they struggle when it comes to education, and the GED is a pass or fail, you know. So sometimes we, you know, that's another option for support when it comes to services. Working Matters program, women that are receiving TANF. What we do is we bring them in. We find them job placements, or, you know, their volunteer placements. And then our goal is to, you know, teach them how to be self-sufficient and then transition into the work field. And then that program, we do that in Birmingham, Dallas County, Mobile, Calhoun, Shelby County right now. So we do that in about 5 or 6 counties. That's some of the programs, and I'm probably forgetting, and somebody's probably gonna get mad at me later, like, you didn't say our program. That's on the family service center side, the family service side. But on the early care and education, everybody knows, one thing I learned about working, you know, family guidance center, I could be walking in the store and somebody's gonna pull me over and say, let me tell you what's going on with my childcare. And I'm like, okay, I'm working that department. You know, when I first started here, everybody was like, what's going on with my childcare? I haven't heard back. And so one thing I learned, childcare, most people know it's for childcare services. And what we do is we, DHR funds us to do childcare subsidy. So if you have moms and dads out there that want to get employed, and, you know, they have their job, but they can't afford full childcare. Childcare is expensive. I just want y'all to know that. You know, I'm glad my babies are grown, because it is expensive. I'm just letting you know. Childcare, woo! You know, you have to have 2 jobs for childcare, just you know, nowadays. But what they'll do is they'll help, you know, pay for childcare. Some of the families don't pay at all. You know, some of them might have a small fee that they may have to pay. That's an excellent program. We have a first teacher program where we get to teach you how to be your child's first teacher. We go into the home and we teach moms and dads how to be their children's first teacher.
Wow.
Give them little things, very age appropriate. You know, when you're a little guy, you're supposed to be able to use your pincher. So we teach them how to, you know, get Cheerios and move them to one side, you know, to make sure that they are developmentally where they're supposed to be. Let me think what else. Somebody's going to get me. I promise. Kids and Kin, that's for our seniors. You know, we know a lot of grandparents, aunties, uncles, they help raise children. And so what we do is we have a kids and kin program that services all 67 counties. And basically what we do is we teach them how to, you know, take care of their children while they're at the household. And then childcare training. We go to childcare centers and we actually help prepare them to take care of our children. And so if, let's say, somebody says, hey, you know what, I want to, you know, start a childcare center. They can actually come to us. We will kind of help them work through it, kind of let them know the ins and outs of how to start their own childcare center, which is a great opportunity. Our training department does a really great job of what they do. I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget any, but I know I did. I mean, because there is so many different programs. Oh, but before I leave, I want to let y'all know that we have a Save Our Streets program. That's probably one of our newest grants. That's funded through the city of Montgomery and the county commission. And that's a violence intervention program. And so what they're saying is, you know, there's X amount of individuals in the community that probably tote weapons, or they call them shooters. Our job is to really just encourage them to do something different. You know, put your gun down. Let's help you get a job. Really, it's a perfect program for us because we have the services for these individuals, because a lot of times all they want to do is get a job. They want to work. They want to be able to take care of their families. But, you know, if they don't have access to those things, then what do? They may go out there and commit crimes. So, you know, that program, we've had it for the last couple of years. They're doing a really great job. Save Our Streets, Montgomery, you know, out and about all the time. Matter of fact, this weekend we had a Drop the Grill at Gibbs Village. But when I say we were dropping the grill, we were dropping the grill.
What is drop the grill? Help me with that. What's that?
We had hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken. You know, we had bounce houses. We had the family guidance and resource and service. It was amazing.
They pop up and they drop the grill and they cook like crazy.
We cook, and everybody that's in that community come out and come eat. You know, we had a really good time. Latoya Toy, you know, she's part of our staff. She did a great job hosting. I mean, I think I must have did every line dance there was that day. The kids had a good time. It was just an excellent opportunity for us to say, hey, we're here. We support the community. You know, let us see y'all. The week before we did it at Peter Crump. And we had about 200 people show up to that event. We played kickball. I mean, we had a good time.
I love it. So y'all have all these events going on. I think today you have a special event you want to talk about.
Yes. We are having our spring festival. I don't know if y'all have my flyer, but in case you don't, our spring festival, we are having it on April 11th. On that day, we will have all of the different programs and services that we have available out. We are going to have music. We'll have bounce houses. We're going to eat as usual. The fire department's going to come out. DHR is going to come out. They are going to have some of their resources and services out there. We have Big Brothers Big Sisters coming out. So we have a lot of different resources and services that day. So if you're not sure about, you know, Family Guidance Center and what we offer, it's a great opportunity. For eligibility, we're going to have a Ready, Set, Enroll. Right now, to get involved in eligibility, you have to go online. We will have case managers there helping you get through that process. And we also will have individuals doing it on Zoom. So it's just going to be a really good time. If folks are around Fair Lane over here by our office, we're going to have it right in front of our building. Come out, you know, enjoy, have a good time, and eat some hot dogs and hamburgers. You know, if nothing else, you're going to eat good. Nothing else.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, we have a lot going on. We have actually 16 Head Starts. 16 Head Starts in 11 counties. So we are in Autauga, Elmore, Chilton, Shelby County. And then we have Chata, Marengo, Dallas. I'm probably forgetting something, but there, you know, we have 16 Head Starts. So we're even in the Head Start realm now. So yes, we and you know, we're out there. Our job is to make sure that we're providing quality services. And if you don't need it, somebody else does. So, you know, we want people just to encourage individuals to come on and, you know, have some support, you know, while you're in that journey.
Well, I truly thank you for the work that you do. Like, just hearing it, you see the name, you know the brand is here, you know that it's working, but it's moments like this, and it's the reason why we started this off the cuff on the block, so we can really get into the weeds of organizations like Family Guidance Center of Alabama and the work that you're doing. Thank you. So we're going to clap it up for you right now. Hey, does my friend Steve Holdren still work with Family Guidance Center?
No.
You don't know?
No, Steve.
Okay. All right, my bad. He may not be.
No.
What does Toy do for Family Guidance Center?
She works the Save Our Streets, the SOS program, Montgomery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she can get the word out. Have you heard her music?
Yes, I have. Yes.
You know her line dance?
Yes, she was out there doing them all. She did every line dance, every TikTok. Like, she knows it all. Come on, Miss Anna. I'm like, listen, I need to go over here and sit down. I'm too old for this.
Coming from Arizona, what's the major difference in the culture here in Alabama from Arizona? First of all, talk college. Like, you said ASU, they're the fake ASU up there in Arizona. We have the real ASU here in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to A&M, and whenever I type in ASU, it go to Arizona State first.
Wow. Yeah, Sun Devils. But I'll tell you that my first experience with Arizona State was well, you know, during March Madness time, ASU had to play Alabama State. And, you know, my husband is born and raised in Montgomery, right? So we're in Arizona, and he's like, you have to go. Like, you have never had an experience unless you've gone to a game from the, you know, somebody in the South. And I'm like, all right, well, we got out there. They had the Hornet, they had the band, you know, and we have our band, but our band don't do what, you know, Alabama State's band does.
Yeah.
So we're in there, and that Hornet is going, the band is going, every group, and I'm just like, wow, this is different. But I mean, they really got everybody in that stadium. When I say they were all moving and grooving, I mean, it was amazing. You know, just to kind of see that. So that was like my first experience with like, okay, this, you know, the South, you know, when you're looking at the bands and the music and things like that, that's the difference. You know,
Okay.
you know, when I was younger, you know, when you're, you know, the only one in class all your life, then you come out here and you're like, wow, you know, look at everybody. You know, it's a little different. It's a little different, but I definitely would say, you know, the school spirit is a little different. You know, we definitely have it at Arizona State. You know, we really battle. But my first experience here was when I moved here. It was the fact that the cars all had these flags on them. And they all had big rims, and all those flags were during football season. You know, the flags were in the windows, and I was like, wow, yeah, they're really serious about this football thing here. You know,
dead serious. So let's take it to your career field. What do you see as far as humanities and you know, civil services? What are the major differences between Arizona and here?
Well, in Arizona, so you know, I did juvenile probation in Arizona, and so one of the things that was different, you have a lot of more of Hispanic. You know, I worked in the gang intervention project, right? So all my kids on my caseload were gang members, but they all were Hispanic for the most part. It was mostly Hispanic gangs that were out there. So it looked a little bit different. It was interesting because we're so close to the border, where the individuals that come from Mexico and the people that are born in the U.S., you know, they had an issue with each other. And so, you know, depending on, you know, one of the things for myself was always like, how do I expose you to something different? You know what I mean? Instead of your little square block, you need to see something else besides that. So, you know, when you get, you know, you start picking up kids from different areas, you know, come on, get in this van. We're going to go over here and we're going to go do a group. You don't know who likes who, you don't know who doesn't, you know, so you're, you know, in that space of, hey, listen, my first thing to them was like, whether you like each other or not, that is not my problem. For this little 2 hours, we're gonna chill out, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, and we're gonna see something different. And I would say that they respected that. You know, they definitely respected the fact that, hey, nobody's ever taken us on. You know, my first camping trip was with a whole bunch of young adults that were on juvenile probation. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just felt like, let's try something different, you know, and giving them that opportunity. You know, in Montgomery in Alabama, there's certain things that we did in Arizona that they just don't do here. You know, when you know, we're talking earlier, when we're talking about just programs and services, you know, when we're talking about those young adults, you know, making sure that they have somewhere to transition to. And I think that's where it's lacking is, you know, really having programs and services for children that age out of the system, whether it's foster care, whether it's leaving, you know, DYS, you know, what's next for them. And so it's almost like, you know, you can almost say, I don't want to say this out loud, but like setting them up, you know what I mean? You do all these things and then you say, okay, oh, you're 21, go. Yeah. Well, you know, nobody's prepared me to go. You know, and I feel like, you know, that's what the issue is. You know, they're not ready to go because they don't know any better.
That's more of a get out.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Wow. And so that's something we really do need to put some attention to. I want to ask this because, you know, this spring, I think you weren't calling it spring fling, were you?
No, I call it a spring festival.
Okay. Spring festival, because I'm all the way back in elementary school talking about a spring fling. And yes. It sounds like it's going to be amazingly fun. And I heard you talking about Miss Toy Toy. I believe I said her name right.
Yes.
And her doing all her line dances. Now, you said she was doing them. Were you doing them?
Yes, I did. I told the SOS team that they owe me some Converse because my white Converse were dusty when I left. I was like, what is going
Lord,
on?
you
I
hear that
mean, when that
Arizona?
dust, listen, they probably
That
would have been waiting
Arizona,
here.
look, the Arizona, and you said Converse. We call them Chucks over here.
Oh,
Nah.
see there, that's the difference, right?
What?
Converse
Yeah.
and Chucks.
Now, do y'all say soda or pop over there?
Soda.
Okay, all right, we with you. We with you.
Can I have a
with you.
soda?
Some things be
Yes.
changing in different regions, you know.
Right.
I-
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this. It's April the 11th, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
And
definitely.
y'all gonna have some hot dogs. Y'all gonna have some hamburgers.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna be a little bougie right through here. I gotta ask the question: is there any Kaneka?
Well, I'm
She don't
hoping
know
there
nothing
is.
about that. She
Oh
don't
yeah,
know nothing about
listen,
that.
I do know about some Connectas now.
Okay.
I learned, 15 years later, I know about a Connecticut sausage. But I did learn when I went to the multiplex about the loaded Connecticut or something when they put all the vegetable. It was so good. I was first,
Bussin'.
I don't eat stuff like that. But I was like, my husband's like, you have to try it. You see, now he eats like he's from the South. You know what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying? It's a little,
How
it's
did
a
he
little
say it?
different.
How did he say it? Do it again.
Well, I don't know what I said. You got to try it. I don't know.
You,
I don't
you
know.
said it with passion. You got to try it. You
Well, he
got to
did,
try
and
it.
Look, Lee. Oh,
but he always tries to tell me stuff like that, and I'm like, when they talk about souse meat, all that, I'm like, what is a souse meat?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My daddy like that sauce meat with the cheese with the red rind.
And then they, get the
You had
crackers.
chitlins yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't eat
chitlins.
chitlins, never.
Okay.
First of all, the smell alone is just going to cut me out.
Don't knock them till you try them now.
Well, I ain't gonna lie now.
Okay.
My mama said you gotta cook them with what is it, potatoes in them or something, and take the smell away or something. It sop up
really?
the smell. I don't know. I don't eat that stuff.
Yeah, me either.
I don't even
Okay.
eat the souse meat. Now I actually was gonna try souse meat, but my dad left it in the car, and when we came back, it disappeared. It was just all jelly.
Yeah.
I knew I
Not
wasn't
right.
eating that. It
That's
was
not
at that
okay.
moment.
Yes, that is not okay. That's all I can say.
So you said there's tons of things that Family Guidance does, right?
Yes.
Ranging from one age group all the way to the other. Do y'all do anything with like health, fitness?
No, we don't have a lot of stuff going on for health and fitness. We're really going to probably send them to the Y, to send them to a program that has that. So one of the things for ourselves, if we don't have it here, I call it this the one-stop shop. We have something for somebody, everybody.
Absolutely.
But if we don't have it, I'm definitely going to connect you with who does. And you know what? I'm going to have to mention this because I can't let it go down. The hub, the homeless consolidation center. We have one of our staff members is there, and she does all the intakes, and that allows her to connect individuals that are homeless to different services. So in that location, you'll have Family Guidance Center, you have Care Star, you have the Beacon Center. So you have a lot of programs and services all in that one location, where the old WSFA building on Delanoy.
Yep.
They have, when people are in that tight and they're trying to figure their next steps out, that is a great program to go to. I will tell you that our staff member that works there, she's outstanding. But all of those programs and services in that one location is really a great concept, because I can just, I bring you in. I realize that you need rapid rehousing. I can just walk down the hallway and connect you with the individual that does rapid rehousing. So we really don't want to make sure that we can continue that. That is funded through the City of Montgomery and the County Commission. That's one of the things I think in this town that is so important, that we got to try to figure out how do we continue to fund that. Now, there has to be some improvements so that when individuals go there, they can take showers, they can wash their clothes. But I think those things can come in time.
Absolutely.
But,
Right.
Awesome.
Well, again, thank you for coming on Off the Cuff on the Block and sharing with us. Thank you for all that you do. If ever myself or Lee can be of assistance, we're just a telephone call away. Shout out to Felicia Martin for hooking this up as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So April 11th, where will it be again?
At Family Guidance Center 2358 Fair Lane Drive. It'll be in front of Building D and Building E. Come out, and you know what? Like I said, if you don't need anything, I'm pretty sure you know somebody that does. So come on out, visit us. I hope to see you all there that day. Y'all come out and visit us, hang out with us. Hopefully it won't be too hot. But we'll have a lot of, good, good activities going on. But oh wait, hold on. One more thing, just before y'all leave.
Mhm.
We have one fundraising event a year, and that is our Heart and Soul Sneaker Gala. And this year we're doing a 20s theme,
Wow.
So
Roaring,
it's going to be
roaring 20.
Roaring 20. So it's going to be August 22nd. $125 amidst 2. We will have raffles. You have an opportunity to win $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000 silent auction. We'll do some dancing. We're going to eat
Y'all need some
dinner.
entertainment. Y'all got a band? What band y'all be using?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think this year, we're going to invite, I don't know if you've ever heard the BTW band.
Oh, they're good.
Oh,
That's
They
yeah.
are
That's
good.
cool.
And so I'm hoping that they'll come. They did our holiday reception event. And
Mhm.
when I say that they did a
They
great
cut
job,
up.
they cut up. So I'm
That's
hoping that we
awesome.
get BTW. So if y'all are listening, BTW, we definitely
We'll-
want you. We
We'll put a
need y'all.
call in.
There
We'll put
you
in a
go. We
call.
need you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Miss
Thank
Adams,
you.
for coming on. I would ask you for a musical selection.
Yeah, no. But
I ain't gonna get
just
it.
remember,
Arizona.
Well, just
thank you
remember,
so much.
the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's.
it's the Lord's. Absolutely. I love that's it's one of my favorite. Listen, I listen to her all day long. That's
Right.
in my car and things like that. So yes, she does a great job, and I love Yolanda Adams.
Yes,
Well,
man.
that's cool. Well, thank you. We hope to see you on April the 11th.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me, y'all.